Firstly, Sam, thank you for your comment. Remember, I'm not a legal professional. I am just somebody who is going through this system, and I am sharing my experience and knowledge. I did used to be a manager for the company that I work in, so I dealt with a lot of HR cases. So yeah, this is me sharing my personal experiences. It is quite difficult to prove this, but it's not impossible. Or you need to make sure that you're taking detailed notes, times, dates, what happened, who was there when it happened, who witnessed this. And the reason why this is important, if you keep a roadmap of all of the incidents that have been happening, you are recording here a pattern, the behavior that shows just not a one-off incident. Make sure that you are saving emails, text messages, instant messages, all of that stuff. You can soak it up because that is going to help you. In my case, I have had a lot of WhatsApp messages and emails, making this impossible for them to rule out. Well, we say impossible, but it's never impossible, but it's going to make it very difficult. Now they have to argue the case that it isn't what I am saying it is. And if the belittling is done verbally, what I would do, which I think is a good thing to do with everything you do, is follow up with an email. I just want to have some clarity on the conversation that we had earlier. As discussed, you said, and I quote, "I just want to make sure that I understood your expectations." Document how your manager treats you differently to other employees. If there is a difference in how they treat you, you need to document this. Do they speak to you in a different tone? Do they give you feedback differently? Do they speak to you in a different level of respect? You need to record patterns of undermining your contributions or crediting others for the work that you've actually done. If you've had any performance reviews or anything like that, these are all things that you can have detailed, that are written, and that if you are now having a decline in your work because of the way you're treated, this could also help you. And also medical notes. If you've got any medical notes because this is affecting your mental health, physical well-being, and you've recorded this with your doctor, that's something else that you can use in your case. And if you have made reports before, even if it was done in an email or to another manager, have you got these recorded? Because these, even if they didn't go anywhere before, it still shows a trail of this kind of treatment been happening. I would be questioning why there hasn't been notes being taken in the meetings. But the most important thing that you need to understand is the difference between, bullying, harassment, discrimination, and all those things before you even think of raising a grievance. Because if you try to do it and you put the wrong thing on that grievance, it's going to get thrown out. So you really, really need to make sure that, first of all, you can evidence this. If there's witnesses, there may be people who want to speak on your behalf if they've noticed it. Maybe they don't. Because sometimes people don't want to get involved in other people's stuff. If it ain't affecting them, they don't want to. But if you have some other people who are being affected the same way as you and you're being treated less favorably than others, you could combine your cases together if that is going to give you strong evidence to go forward with a grievance. But do not go for a grievance if you do not have enough evidence. I would recommend, if you haven't already started detailing every incident, date, time, who was present, I would start doing that now and start building your case. All right? Go and watch my other videos, if you haven't already, to see what you need to do for raising a grievance and how to do it the right way.